Nothing to explore. But it's big. We've calculated the outer circumference at approximately 9 light years, but we've never been able to breach it.
How long have you been here?
More than 5 years.
There must be a way to escape.
New arrivals are always thinking about escape.
We have a sophisticated starship. Maybe if we work together, we can find a way out.
You're being naive. No one ever gets out.
We may be able to devise a new approach.
Many have tried. All they did was waste resources that could have kept them alive longer. Don't be foolish. I can help you.
How?
The only source of food and energy in the void comes from
Say stuff, boys.
Hello, everyone. It is me, Josh.
We haven't been shitting on anybody.
What?
Taking a superior stance on things.
I'm ruined. That's it. Spoiled before we even began.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
I don't think Woodrow Wilson is a good president.
Woodrow Wilson? Woodrow Wilson?
Alright, everyone. I'm going to,
Today we've been sponsored by Dyson.
Alright, everyone. I'm going to hear my Duolingo notifications come through.
You guys are weird. Yeah. Alright, Josh. Shift to the left.
Your left. Yes.
Alright, Josh. Let me roll my dice real fast. You're getting hurt. Alright, where last we left off, a friend said goodbye, as did a lover. That was the same person.
You'd say goodbye to me.
That tracks. That tracks. He said he would definitely say goodbye to one person and then think that that was a closet goodbye.
Yep.
And then just get out of there. There was some awkwardness with your father, but there was some time well spent. As there would be. To you, it's been 30 long years with a dead dad. And for him, he just got back on an adventure he left on yesterday. He did his best to talk to you. He's, but it's just the first step on a long journey. He needed the time, so you guys took French's castle to float back to your destination so that he could recuperate. You guys had a dinner. You guys found, bore witness to the creation of the final simulacrum. That has full access to 9th level spells and wish, so who knows what happens with that. And then lastly, we are at the reuniting of your mother and father, who after a brisk slap to the face, as your father foretold, they're deeply locked and embraced. And yes?
What happens if a Crunch simulacrum uses Wish to make himself a real Crunch?
It's the same thing running through my head right now.
Is it really?
It's like, what if he wants to be a real boy?
It's like that fucking, the virtual Rick.
Yeah.
From that episode of Rick and Morty. It's just like, dude, I thought you were happy being a simulation. Yeah, that's because I had to be one. It's like, maybe you could use it to bring Cringe back. Maybe you could do it. It's D&D, baby.
Potato salad.
God, yeah, the simulacrum's gonna waste his one wish on potato salad. So, we're at your castle. We're underneath your giant apple tree. Thanks, Basco. Cringe Foundation's there. Your father's there. After a long, probably too long for your comfort, hug, kiss combo from your mother and father, they kind of pull back. You haven't aged today. Yeah, well, basically, I just got home. I just left yesterday. I came home, just like I said, dear. It's gonna take some explaining.
Did I do good, Mom?
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know.
No, you said yesterday we checked in and you said you were fine. Why didn't you say that your father was back?
Because he didn't want to tell you just yet, because he was still coming back from not being alive for 30 years.
Listen, dear, I didn't know what to say, and nothing worth saying in that moment could be said in 25 words or less. So I figured take the time to get my head around things. We have all the time in the world, baby. And I'm back. It's fine. I'm sorry. But I'm here and I'm home now. And we once again lock deep in embrace.
Where's Basco, by the way, Korvac?
Are you really gonna be asking that while your parents are getting back?
No, I like look over. I'm like, why isn't Basco with us?
Oh, king stuff. Oh.
Yes, a roll insight.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll insight, please. Make sure it's in the cam.
This is deception.
That the cam's over there, by the way, Thomas.
Oh,
Well,
I didn't make it in.
well, I'm going to use one of my d20s to re-roll.
There you go.
A natural 1.
You get to re-roll that because you're a halfling. Oh God,
I
Josh,
think-
why would you ever roll against him?
Well,
Hold on. You're rolling your deception.
yeah.
You're rolling your insight. What do you get?
A 15.
He's only got +2 in insight.
Didn't you? Oh, I thought you'd used guidance. What did you use?
I used deception, which is a +2.
No, I mean, sorry. What's your total?
Oh, it's just a 9.
So 9 total.
No, I knew I wasn't gonna win this.
So here's the thing. You have Indomitable.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a save, is it?
It's not a save.
Does it have to be saves?
I'm 100% sure it has to be a save.
Yeah. Okay. Then never mind.
Yeah.
God, it's so weird when PCs go against each other.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, he's lying. But, it is a sore subject. And, Korvac only lies. He doesn't like to lie. So if he is, there's a reason why he's bad at it.
I kind of just go back to doing what I was doing. So, what are we doing now? Should we have lunch?
It is morning time.
I'm a halfling.
Yeah, but it's like 7 in the morning.
I'm a halfling.
So you can have breakfast if you want. You can't just keep saying I'm a halfling. Also, you have your mother and father in front of you, and you're like, so, breakfast? Breakfast then?
Well, yeah, I figure you would talk over breakfast.
Yeah.
He is a halfling.
I haven't had
He
coffee.
thinks with the stomach.
Right, well, you two, jerk ass will do whatever. I'll go let Big Mama know we'll be having breakfast. Any suggestions?
Oh,
Come on, big day. Most of us were dead a couple hours ago.
yeah.
I'm so sorry, Mac. And then the mom's just like, wait, what? Everybody was dead a couple minutes ago?
Not me. Not me. I wasn't dead. My life pool never dropped below 0.
When you got hit by the arrow.
That's true.
Yeah, but that wasn't death. That was more being in a coma.
Stasis.
Okay, good argument.
That's the same thing, right?
Once again, too many details. Just tell me about your father being back, please. And then,
He's the same age as me, Mom.
why? Why would you?
You asked
Go
me.
with Cringe!
You asked me about my father. I'm just saying. He's the same age as me.
Go with Cringe!
I'd go with Cringe.
Oh.
Korvac,
Yeah.
anything? And breakfast?
Hash browns and eggs.
God. Of course it's gonna be hash browns and eggs. It's breakfast. Alright, so he heads off. Mac's like, "Ooh, make sure you have those pancake sandwiches Big Mama used to make that I love so very much." You got it. And he goes off. Takes Savor in April.
Pancake sandwiches?
Yeah, so they're little tiny pancakes, lightly infused with just a tiny little bit of syrup. And then, like a little square of scrambled eggs, some bacon on there, and a little cheese. It's delicious.
Why have we not heard about this quarterback?
Probably because we're always so busy. But
And when you ask for what you want for breakfast, you say, eggs and hash browns?
Without much further ado, would you two like some time alone?
Yes! And then they go and scurry off.
I turn to quarterback. So where's Basco?
all right, Mac. Listen, I wasn't lying when I said it was king stuff. Vasco's decided to stop adventuring.
Why?
He, I don't know. It seems like he's just not happy with how he's progressing as a king. I suppose he just wants to do more for his people. As to I think he's just started feeling more and more unfit is the wrong word for our group, but just there was that whole thing with the curator. I don't know, I'm sure that was dwelling on his mind.
And is he already gone?
I mean, you know how he is.
He didn't say goodbye to me?
He didn't. I suppose not.
Fucking bastard. Today has been a whirlwind of surprises, hasn't it?
That's kind of how I wanted to just wait until you got over your first thing before I moved on to this.
Well, you know. I have to incite everything, don't I?
You haven't.
Should we go help with breakfast?
I suppose, yeah.
Or should we maybe go talk to Vaughn and Tamlin? Hello, we're
Yeah.
not dead.
Yeah, I suppose we could do that as well.
Tamlin's just like, you guys left? What? You could do that.
Yeah.
The castle ground's yours. Zurgit's on the gate, as he has been every day since the dragon. I'm just kidding. Zurgit's at the gate. Tamlin, well, you know what Tamlin is. Vaughn's probably in his workroom doing his work stuff. Definitely not disguised as someone else doing something he shouldn't be, that's for sure.
Max Sr.
I'm fucking your mom, Mac.
God. I guess we could say hello to Vaughn.
See what's going on in the castle?
Yeah. So we approach Vaughn's, I suppose.
Approach. You go through your castle of... Give me perception checks, just general perception checks, the lot of you.
Unnatural 20.
19.
The dice game's over there.
Find out where that is. It looks like right here.
We'll do some finagling with it. I'm gonna put some tape down and like make a square or something like that. That way there's something we can focus on and like a target we can absolutely have.
Right.
But what'd you get? 18?
19.
19?
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. A month ago, this was kind of starting to look put together, but you notice it's no longer, hey, let's make this, candelabra here, painting here, plant here. Like, when you first got it, it was just completely empty. And most of the money you guys were spending, you have been tracking that, by the way.
Yes.
Daily.
Can I borrow your pen? I didn't get you last night, and I remember that.
That's the good thing about Josh. You can just ask him, and he'll be like, honor system, immediately. It's finally complete. It looks complete. It looks like a castle. It looks like a home. It looks lived in. with people. There are children running about, happy. There are families no longer enslaved. This is your own little... I mean, it's in a castle, but almost hamlet, you know? Self-sustaining environment. Almost fully self-sustaining environment.
It's like we have a little community now, Korvac.
Yeah. I wonder who's running the farm now.
Well, let's ask Bob.
Good point.
When you get to Vaughn, Raph is in there with him. I wasn't expecting you all back so soon.
I also didn't expect it either.
It's a welcome surprise. But Vaughn stops what he's doing and... Well, gentlemen... God, I forgot Vaughn.
Been a while.
Yeah. To what do I owe the pleasure?
We were just having a pop in to see how you were doing.
You know, it's fine. Things are good. I can't really complain. Castle's running well. Mine's operational. No one's attacked recently.
Yeah, we took care of that situation.
We didn't take care of that situation.
Hold on. We are among friends. Can you just be warlords of the good stuff? Yeah. Sorry, Raph.
Disintegrate, Raph.
Well, he's not a lord. He's just a steward.
Yeah.
He's much too old to be successful.
I can't see Raph going off to the tabloids. The immortal vampire Brando is no more.
Oh, that.
Oh.
That's right. You did message them.
Oh, God.
No, I messaged Tamlin.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for letting me know.
Just gonna be another addition to the castle. That's kind of going to be a bit confusing. My dad is alive again. Well, no, he's not. He's not alive again. More so, he never died. Also, he's still 38.
Right.
Yeah, he was,
Does he need his Raph's? Does he need his own room, or is he with your mother?
I believe they are going to stay together. I hope.
I think they are. I think it's pretty obvious. Yeah.
Well, then that settles that. Thanks for letting me know. We have that settled.
What's been going on your end, Vaughn?
We have the gin. Pretty much everything in the mine that needs to be transmogrified has been. We've taken care of that. They're working at full efficiency. I help when I can, but I don't exert myself too much. You never know when action comes calling. I know we have Tamlin for that, but you can never be too sure. Other than that, existing, studying.
Now, I've noticed, this place seems to be its own little home now.
Yes, the little ones are finally starting to be chipper and play. It's been good. Not constantly being attacked is helpful.
We've learned that it's probably better to have our battles at the other end of the continent.
Well, there's only so many inns.
I don't think I follow.
I was just trying to say you can't always keep it at bay forever in only so many words. Sorry.
It's a term I don't hear very often, that's all.
I mean, it doesn't really fully apply because it's roughly oval-shaped and there are no corners to an oval.
Yeah.
Or at least infinitely many, depending on who you asked. And how much of an asshole they wanted to be.
Right. I like him. I don't
Is
think
this
a lot
your
of
first
people.
time meeting him?
No, it's like, most of the time he's talking and I'm listening, but this time I'm really listening.
Thank you, Cormac. You're quite all right yourself.
I'm glad to hear that, Cormac.
Remember when I almost died?
Yeah.
I was given DMT.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm freaking out, man.
the worst part is I think about that situation. At any time I could just bring him back to life, and I just don't.
Please don't. Nothing will be gained.
You're not wrong. But
We killed his crew. Well, we didn't kill him, but his crewmates attacked us.
Why on earth would they ever have done that?
The apple doesn't fall from the tree.
I don't.
Why on earth would he do that? Well, how did you bump into them, by the way?
Long story.
I'm listening.
So we had a little bit of a diversion between the whole Brando thing where the curator asked us to help take care of a Elder Tor problem.
The
Look.
Ultra Shore.
I'll be honest, boys, you've said that word so many times it's lost its meaning.
Do you know Cthulhu?
No, just Elder Tor.
Okay.
How they've shown up a lot.
Imagine, like, the king of Ultra Shores?
Steve?
We never asked his name, that's right. It could be Steve.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I said Steve. Retcon that. And he's here. You killed him?
No. God, no.
We would have bribed him.
We accepted.
Hold on, he's gonna roll insight on that.
We accepted.
You
his-
did not bribe him.
We accepted. his
He
terms.
gave you a deal and you didn't die. Oh yeah. Sorry. Roll in the goddamn dice zone. Well, what are you doing, bud? You got inspiration, you got luck rolls, what are you
I'm
doing?
gonna add an inspiration to that.
Don't get me wrong, it's Bard, that's what they do. But I'm just kind of sitting here and thinking, I'm like, just to put a cap on this potentially, if you roll it's kind of like, I'm just going to, like gambling rules. If you go to the other die, if you go to another die, that means you're done with this die. Is that fair?
So like the rules, you see leftover pieces. It's it.
Yeah. So like that way, if you were like, all right, I burn one of my rerolls. All right, I did pretty good. Let me add a bardic inspiration, and then you roll a 1. You can't be like, well, let me re-roll one of these luck rolls, because then at that point, I think we'd be here forever, and 2, it's just kind of like, let fate decide. Fate clearly doesn't want you to get this. Like,
don't you love it when you roll 2 nat ones and somebody blows up? Love it.
Don't you worry, Josh. I am still a horribly broken character.
well, I mean, you're still broken. Just I mean, I don't think that's literally ever come up, but I was just kind of just popped in there.
So Josh and I realized with time stop, there's a little bit of a scenario with it where like you technically can get up to 5 turns, but as soon as you commit an action, time stop ends. What is your opinion on that?
The ruling is as soon as you affect another creature.
Yeah.
Well, seeing as what Cringe did all his turns, we were just curious. What is your official stance on time stop?
Well, yes, that, but there's a lot of bullshit that goes into play with that. Because not only did he have time stop, he literally had a well of gravity.
Ah.
So, like I said, bullshit goes into play with Rax. It was a JoJo fight.
Gotcha.
But
So from here on, it's normal rulings then.
yeah, rule of cool happened in that scenario. But moving forward, rules is written.
Yeah.
I think you also,
I don't think you can balance around that if you didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Jesus Christ.
The coolest thing you can do with time stop is just give yourself 5 ungodly buffs in like 1 turn and just be like, well, I'm unstoppable now. Like, I've got an invulnerability globe. I've got this, I've got an investiture of fire, like I have a crown of, like, all things that don't require concentration, and it's just like, alright, bye.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so... Where were we?
We were, inciting...
Raph and Vaughn, yeah.
Inciting his whole bribing Cthulhu.
So you bribed him, did you?
Correct.
Did you?
Yes,
Korvac's just shaking his head.
Right, it was a bribe.
It was...
We were in complete control of that situation.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I was quaking in my boots, and I don't do that very often.
He just turned into a right proper gentleman right
sorry.
there.
When you say the phrase, you gotta say the phrase.
There's a snake in my boot.
I do declare,
Oh, it is hot.
Basco's giving me the vapors.
Oh god, train of thought. Yeah, we kind of did some fuckery to, prevent Cthulhu from coming here specifically, and more of just giving him a window to look into our world.
That's all he wants is the window.
He's not gonna
Give a little instead of having a lot taken, I guess.
I don't think we had much of a choice in that scenario.
Vaughn's kind of just rubbing his nose, thinking like, well, God, where do you all have the time?
What else do I have to report? Well, speaking of time, I can stop time.
Show me.
Is there a way I can show you?
Yeah.
Show me how you stop time. I did it.
You can't cast it on other people, can you? I don't know.
No, time stop is like a... Time
Yes.
stop is a...
You just looked into the flames for
Well, I
time
was
stop.
making a...
Time stop is a...
Time stop is a self-cast.
Yeah, no toad.
I don't know if I have an easy way to show it.
I will allow you to attempt to teach it, but you will have to burn it to do it. And, you can show him the mannerisms. It's kind of like, because you know how things have verbal and somatic components. You don't show him all of that, show him that, show him this, so...
I give Vaughn bardic inspiration.
Okay, how do you give him bardic inspiration?
I know you have the focus to figure the spell out. It's going to be really difficult for me to show it, but I think it would be cool for you to learn it. I don't think you can learn Wish anymore, can you?
It's a real weird thing to bring up all of a sudden.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well,
Well, knows Wish.
Did he? I thought he failed learning Wish.
Yeah, and then Tamlin taught him the day after.
Oh, okay.
God, this is such a cascading thing.
Alright, well, I'm going to rewind to that statement.
Yeah, like I told you boys, like once one person knows, they tell a friend, and they tell a friend, and they tell a friend.
Who else?
Yeah.
Who else knows Wish in the castle?
God.
Your mom, villager number 8,
Malin!
orphan 13, minor 11. All of them.
We're gonna build the BEG for the next campaign doing this.
I mean, oh wells. And on that note, I, to the best of my ability, show Vaughn the mannerisms of Time Stop.
Burn the spell. Vaughn will roll. I'm gonna roll in the dice zone. I guess I didn't.
5.
Oh boy. He's got a good,
Don't forget that inspiration.
yeah.
Another 5.
So that's a 10. So 5 for his intelligence, plus he would absolutely, yeah, that's more than enough.
Oh.
Excellent.
I mean, he's got proficiency in
Oh.
arcane. Of course he would.
Damn. That's a good use for proficiency in arcane.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what wizards are like.
Remember, he's a higher level wizard than y'all are.
He is? I didn't know this. I thought he was like a 15 or something.
So at the beginning, he was 2 levels above y'all. He leveled up when he helped beat Malin.
Yeah. So I thought that was a pretty brave thing, but he gets smacked so fucking hard for it. I'm like, he's probably like just around our level, right?
Well, not only that, it was also, you know, milestone for him. He a man who typically finds a way out of combat was the reason it stopped.
Right.
Like, so I was like, you know, that would work. He was hiding already. Like, yeah, give it to him. Give him the level. And then I think he leveled up one more time after that. So I think as of right now, if I don't have a sheet in front of me, but I do believe he is a 19 wizard. Oh, fuck. Yeah, he's not as strong as Tamlin. And once again, he's not combat oriented.
Right.
You know, he's a transmutation wizard.
Now he knows time stop. And wish. You want to know psych?
Now you don't have a casting to teach Tamlin now.
Well, Vaughn will tell 2 friends, and his friends will tell 2 friends.
Maybe. Tamlin's still alive. What? So, hold on. Before we do that, you would have still cast the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to fuck with something while you do it? Do you want to do anything with your frozen time? It's kind of rude of me to take that from you.
Oh,
If you're doing it just to show it, but, you know, you're a halfling bard. If you want to get up to some fuckery, you have a guaranteed 8 seconds, 12 seconds of frozen time. Mayhaps 30.
Like, could I teleport the bear when it takes Cinnamon back with me back here and teleport back? Just alright, everyone, uncrod Cinnamon.
So here's the thing. Stop time has a radius.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Not only that, though, grabbing someone from stop time, we can all agree is interacting with an object. Yes?
Interacting with a being, yes.
Just anything. Like, you know, yeah. Women are objects. As are fox people. Apparently, in my brain.
I mean, I have nothing to use time stop on.
Okay, I just wanted, you had the opportunity. I was like, we did kind of just roll right over that. So?
Everything on the table has just been rearranged.
Did you do this?
Yes. With my mind.
God, I'm so glad I just get to live in the castle.
It's a pretty sweet deal, huh?
I mean...
To think of this in combat. Disastrous.
Yeah.
I take my mercury sword and turn it into a coffee cup. Do we have any coffee on the go?
I love the idea that you're willing to drink from mercury, by the way.
Yeah.
But it is magic. It is a magical item. It will not cause any problems whatsoever. Did your sword just become a cup, Master Mac?
It sure did. I turned it into a teacup.
Vaughn's just like, now that is a curiosity. It's almost like me.
But I turned into a little sculpted model of Vaughn.
I'll allow it. I was there like,
If it's One Piece,
I was gonna say,
yeah. Well, part of me, I was just kind of like, I was like, how good of it? And I was just like, no, it's a god item. I'll just allow it to be good. Yeah.
I imagine I would have to use like sleight of hand and shit like that because it's
No.
it's a god item.
Yeah, that's it. You're using a free action to turn it into something else. No, I don't know if I want to. Yeah, fuck it, free action. Who gives a shit?
Oh, fuck.
At me in the comments. Who gives a fuck?
turn it into werewolf back.
A werewolf what?
Werewolf back.
Vac?
Korvac.
Oh.
I don't think that's good.
It was weird that you did the whole werewolf, but only half of Korvac. So it would have. Werevac would have been the proper way to do that.
Or Wolfback.
I was bitten by a Korvac, and every night I turned into a going, oh, justice! Oh, values!
Catholicism!
You give me a perception. You don't have advantage, but you do. Roll in the motherfucking dice zone, I swear to God.
15.
Oh no. It's a 9. What was this again? Sorry.
Perception, but you have advantage on it.
Oh fuck, you're right. So it's a 9, and that's a natural 20.
You, like, there's a second just in between your words where you get a brief inhale and you're like, is that a motherfucking pancake sandwich? Like, it's just that mixed combination of cheese, sausage, maybe bacon, and pancakes is all just fumigating in your nose. You completely forget about the eggs and hash browns you asked for.
Yes.
And you turn to Mac and you're like, I think.
It's time.
Yeah.
Shall we now have breakfast, gentlemen?
Bacon pancakes.
Yeah. Bacon pancakes. You could have asked for that.
Bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes sandwiches.
And Raf's just like, what is it, Master Korvac?
Breakfast ready.
Just gets up and lunges up.
I have a jump height of 30 feet. So you make your way to breakfast hall. Let me go switch to the castle music. Everybody's there. Crinch, April, Savor, Mac, your mother. Not your mother.
That's right.
Your father. Big Mama.
Your parents are there. Your parents are not you.
Oh God, I've become a target. I have no dead parents. Oh God.
Well, aren't you special? No.
I'm sorry.
No.
His mom just sits in the fucking castle being boring. Yours out doing shit.
I know.
And is a leveled character.
Yeah.
His mom's just an NPC.
Yeah. As much as he likes to claim that she's a paladin in disguise.
Just one day I'm gonna lift up a character sheet. Oathbreaker Paladin.
Oathbreaker.
I was good and then Mac was taken from me. But now he's back, so I'm good again. It's a huge spread. Huge spread. Let me get the castle kitchen. That's always a good one for breakfast. You're eating in the dining hall. Was you normally, when you guys do breakfast, you eat in the table in the kitchen because it's smaller and it's a little bit more intimate. There's just too fucking many of you, so you're gonna have to eat in the main hall on your giant table on the stand in the room. It's peak breakfast hours. Everybody's eating. Big Mama not only has made pancake sandwiches for you all, there was just so many. You know, the smell would have gotten everybody. You can't put that on the table, like on the high table, and not give it to the people and not expect a mutiny.
Yeah.
Like, they're sitting in their high castles with their pancake sandwiches.
That's what it is. The pancake sandwich.
I feel like you've turned into a Looney Tunes character. You're like floating in on like the trail.
Yeah.
No.
Like lifted.
Like Wile E. Coyote.
The nice part is Korvac is nobody can stop you.
So you dine together. The family's there, typical buffet style, you know, breakfast thing. Big Mama taking a break. The other orcs are running the kitchen. She's sitting there dining with you all. Big Mama kind of just pinches Mac Senior's cheek, not Mac Junior's. Oh, I wasn't ever expecting to see you again, sugar. It's nice having you around. And he's just going to town on these pancake sandwiches, double fists, and I'm like, it's good to be back. In my mind, I've only been gone a day, but goddamn, did I miss these pancake sandwiches. He's got his wife, he's got his family, he's got his friends. He's a happy dude.
It's a good time.
Yeah. The floor is yours, gentlemen.
God, we're bad at this now.
It's always like, I lead up to him, like, I'm giving you like 2 minutes, 3 minutes of
Yeah.
me talking. You know I'm going to give you the floor.
Yeah.
Like, formulate your questions. Formulate your comments.
Who is your boss?
Cringe. It's
He's
all
right.
It's all cringe.
Oh.
All the way down.
Oh.
Always has been. That's what the simulacrums are for.
Big Mama, I didn't know you knew Mac. How long you been with the Crinches?
Well, there was a brief period of overlap.
Ah.
I wasn't always head of the kitchen, but, you know, I was just the line cook. Now here we are. I'm an older lady.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, she's in her mid-50s. So 30 years ago, she would have probably, you get the sense, just started her tour with the Cringe Foundation.
Gotcha.
Cringe took me in after seeing my potential and in the likes that I didn't just kill everybody.
That is a very loved trait in orcs.
Yeah, I like to think so too, sugar.
I mean, I think we're all kind of at a loss for words right now. I guess today is more of a celebration more than anything else. What should we do today? The world is our oyster.
No. Yeah, not yet. So I'm just doing some mental math.
Oh, I see.
Well, I mean, I got lunch to prepare, and then, it's my night off. I got nothing going on. It's you're the adventuring types. Cringe leans in and says, "Yeah, you all haven't had a clear objective in some time."
Well, we discussed the whole potential Civil War thing just a day ago.
Yes, that Mac's mother goes back from cooing and cawing at her late, now present husband and goes, "Wait, what? It's always you. It's always you that says, oh, well, we were dead. What? You, Civil War?
I don't know why. I can never remember the term for the big cojones.
Paragons?
The Paragons, yes.
Ah, yes.
So, what we heard were that the Paragons might be making moves to, rile people.
Indeed. It's a growing concern. Which kind of... Well... Luckily, I'm in the castle, I guess. The world keeps on moving. She goes back to cooing at her husband.
And as the curator said, yeah, they seem to be our most likely nearest antagonist.
Yes.
I just
If left alone, they'll probably be the next thing to incite.
I just don't know where to start. Maybe find out what the
Well, you know where they all reside.
mages in the Spire have been thinking. We can't necessarily trust everything their ambassadors have been saying.
Why not?
I've just taken one opinion.
Just because it's not the whole story, doesn't mean it's not part of the story.
Exactly.
But you're right, as much as there isn't a lot we know about in the Spire, there's a lot we don't know about everywhere else too.
Yeah.
I think
But that's a good place to start, certainly.
I think our next best move is we do need to, speak with
Oh.
Rosalind. Mama.
Yep.
It's probably best that we try and,
French is just like, oh fuck.
keep our...
Completely dropped the ball on that one. You guys got that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll ask Basco to send, like, a gift basket. After
That's all you're gonna do.
After the rainbow.
You're gonna send a gift basket after the death of how many of their...
We're gonna have to go and have a conversation with,
Maybe that's what you should do today.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Basco. Korvac, you and I, expert diplomats.
Yes.
Well, you just lost your political foothold,
We
too.
certainly did.
Yeah. You gotta be careful now, because you're not traveling with the king.
Who wants to come with us to assist? Someone who's sweet and gentle spoken.
Oh, you guys are lucky.
Vaughn, maybe?
Why do you need a third? I'm so used to traveling in a group of three.
I need a third.
Big Mama, you're coming with us today.
Make them the pancake sandwiches. That will fix it.
Just keep a bag of those. That's your superpower, Big Mama. Here you go, sugar. Ooh, thank you. I'm not as mad anymore.
Are you dying? Here you go.
Plus 20 health.
What are you going to do today, Crunch?
I don't know. Once I have some time with Mac, which Mac doesn't realize he even said that because he's too busy, looking in the eyes of his wife. Probably catch up with him, spend some time talking, rest, take it easy. If you need me on the round, but nothing pressing, hopefully. Not from you, I mean, today.
What gets on the list? Oh, well, I've got all these going on.
Well, Savor, turns to you. So, Glaive.
Yeah.
Is it doing cooler stuff than it normally does?
God. Since last time we talked, you know about the werewolf thing, right?
Yeah, we knew about the werewolf.
We knew about the werewolf thing.
Yeah.
I shot a demon thing, chimera thing out of the sky with, like, using my glaive as, like, a bow. The string was, like, blood.
Oh.
Pretty neat.
I gotta check this out.
Alright.
And he kind of pulls back and, like, stabs forward with one arm with it. And as he stabs forward, right at kind of the precipice to where the tip of it would be, as soon as he starts pulling forward, there's a small portal, roughly just the width of it. And you can see past him the fruit plate on the buffet, then has a portal spawn next to it. And the spear goes through and he, like, grabs an apple with it and pulls it back. Yeah, I got a cool range thing too now.
That's pretty useful. How long can you leave it in the portal?
I can just do that.
Okay.
I can't do any more than that.
Gotcha.
I can't do that all the time though.
Oh. Got it.
Just the one attack.
Gotcha. Huh.
But it counts as a melee.
Still giving people migraines with it too?
Well, yeah, that's definitely one of its potentials.
Got that. Like, I'm used to the body hurt, but when we started, I was not prepared for that migraine.
Yeah, it's really good against casters. I mean, I know it hurt you.
Right.
But it does block their concentration.
That's very helpful.
It really does.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on. Did you really think your Chrysalis had all the cool moves?
No, I never claimed that.
I mean, I'm just saying, Good thing there's definitely only two of them.
Only two.
There's only two Chrysalises, and we got them.
We got them. There's no more places to search for them. There's
Oh,
no
it's
way
just-
the bad guys got one. There's
There's
no
two
way.
of them.
Only two. They're like this. They're sisters or twins or something like that.
There's no way they could be triplets.
No.
Roll a history check.
Can I roll a history check?
No.
I kind of wish I had proficiency in history. It's only a 5.
I'll make it an insight if you want. I don't think that's gonna help much.
Well, if I rolled a 5 for insight, that's 13.
Not enough. Not enough. I'm sorry.
Okay.
What are you trying to insight, Cor?
No. Lost it.
It's putting 2 and 2 together about some things that has been said to you in the past.
Yeah.
But we'll move on. Maybe future evidence will uncoil that mystery for you in the end. Is there anything anybody else wants to talk about before breakfast is over? You got everybody there? April's there?
Other than that, what should we do, Mac? We're sitting here. We got a bunch of mines here. What are we doing for Rasalama?
Money. Just give them money.
I can gate them a 25,000 gold goblet.
Not today, you can't.
Nope.
8 hours. I'm immediately
You
gonna go-
take the boat there so you can nap. I mean, that's actually not a bad idea.
It's not.
I mean, I'll allow that close back-to-back rest too, because before your rest, you had a really exhausting day. A lot of you died.
Yeah.
I'll grant you one wish. Ooh.
Wow, you really just want everyone to know about the whole wish thing, don't you?
Ooh, genies in the bottle. Ooh.
Host Hamlin.
Where is he? Why is he not having breakfast with us? Why am I looking at Korvac?
He doesn't normally come down for breakfast.
But it's a celebration today.
Did anybody tell him?
Nobody tells him things.
I mean, Vaughn.
Mac went to fuck his wife. Crinch went to hang out with Big Mama. Like, you occupied Vaughn and...
Yep.
Yeah, Raph's time.
The perfect storm.
Like, who's gonna go tell
Why
him?
was Zergart not doing anything?
Because he's guarding the gate. You think a man like that's gonna get off the guard? That's a real life Josh we're talking about.
I believe
I could still see the gate, but I'd know I'm not on it.
You said you dream about work.
I had a nightmare
Jesus,
about work.
dude!
I had a
Jesus,
nightmare,
dude!
alright? It happens.
No, it doesn't!
It consumes me.
That's why I said Jesus, dude!
I'm sorry. We get it from up above.
So, well, make sure someone runs him up some pancake witches. Fuck, I finally said what they were.
Banquet.
Yeah. Make sure somebody runs those up to him. Is there anything you'll need from me today? Like I said, plan to take it easy.
No, I don't think so.
No, I think we got the whole Rasalama thing in the bag.
I wouldn't go that far, but I guess, we should be able to handle it.
I mean,
You did ask the curator, and he did say the effort is what they're looking for.
Yeah. That's part of the effort, is being prepared. You can't just be showing up like, alright, what do you want?
Well, yeah. But I would argue that what we're doing now, is preparing.
Yeah, I suppose.
shows up and gorged a pancake.
Oh, God, I just had the biggest breakfast. You should have been there. Anyway, sorry about the people we killed. Here's a 25,000 gold piece goblet. See ya.
See ya, that's all.
How many lives of Rasalama does that pay for?
You can't.
Well, they were street urchins, so not a lot.
The equivalent of 5 Americans died in that.
So, we wrap up breakfast. You run the sandwiches up to Tamlin. We can RP that, or we can say that happened. It's up to you. Depends on what you want to talk to Tamlin about.
Let's hang out with Tamlin for a bit.
Alright, yeah.
Josh. Sorry, Korvac.
also go by that.
It makes things easier
Yeah.
for the people at home. On your way up the stairs, let me transfer the music.
I tripped 3 times.
Give me a dexterity check for climbing upstairs.
You suddenly appear about at the bottom of the stairs again.
It wouldn't be the first time you maybe make a dexterity check on stairs. Not with Korvac, though. Only with Cormog.
Yeah.
God, I still look back at that. It shows like the perfect storm at times.
It's a perfect day. Not a cloud in sight. Everything's perfect. But there's a second when your foot hits the ground. For this split second, it's raining. It's not just raining, it's a torrential downpour. It's been a torrential downpour. You're sopping wet. The ground around you wet. How am I holding my foot to the ground? It's so wet. You look to your left because you hear like a winding, loud roaring noise. And it feels almost, not only that it's raining and it's a thunderstorm, but it's night. But then you look to your left and you see this hulking creature, rivaling the rest of the mountain that you're climbing up, so that it reaches beyond its peak. And at first this seems just like one giant, massive creature. Before it starts unfurling itself towards you, and you realize it's a combination of tendrils. Give me a perception check.
18.
There's a form to it. There's a shape. It's not chaotic. You wouldn't call it humanoid, but humanoid adjacent at this point. It seems to just be a mass of one large tendril, and then some tendrils break off of that, and then some tendrils break off of that, and so on. But one of those massive tendrils reaches out towards you, sopping wet. As it's reaching, you almost get the idea in the sight of two blackish, bluish, iridescent eyes coming from it as it reaches towards you. And you can see tendrils falling from its face, curling outwards and expanding ever so from the tendril, from tendril. And right before those amass, because at the end of that one main arm of tendrils, and despite all the tendrils that are breaking off of it, near the edge, it breaks off into a mass, like almost like a hand, of sub-tendrils that reach towards you right before they touch you. It's back to a sunny day outside again.
Clearly flinching to that.
Give me 1 second, let me switch the music.
Who's Marty?
And remember, all this happened in the flash of a few, in the splittest of seconds. It was all just one step down. Wait, why is it wet? Look. Ah! And it's sunny outside.
Do I notice that Korvac was off?
Did I say? Oh, sorry. You didn't see shit. Give me an insight roll. Roll in the goddamn dice zone, motherfucker.
17?
He looked shook because you definitely said you flinched.
Oh yeah.
Are you alright?
I'm gonna ask if my blood crystalist saw that. So tapping into like that mental link real quick, I'm like, did you see do that.
I saw something, but I only see through your eyes in that instant. I don't know what that was.
Mac, for only a moment, I saw this tentacle creature reach out to me with deep black and blue piercing eyes. It kept changing form. The tentacles kept splitting. I think maybe
It wasn't changing its form so much as unfurling itself.
unfurling itself. Unfurling its form.
Because it was just kind of like a mass, and then it kind of
Right.
sort of thing.
Gotcha. Do you think an Eldritch Horror could be reaching out to me? Which direction would this be facing if I were to be looking at it?
It would be looking towards the village outside your castle. So southwards.
South.
Yeah. Because you're walking up the stairs and you look to your left to see it. Would you like to see a map?
Sure.
I mean,
It might help.
yeah. I don't know. You seem to have an idea spurring, and I'm not against that. I like to foster. Because you might come up with something that's even better than what I'm thinking. I can just steal it.
Are you ready to
Yep,
make,
that's what's happening.
Are you ready to make your player character debut, Marnie?
Did you say debut?
Debut.
Debut.
Debut. So.
Oh shit. It's 7:15. We gotta. Gonna run an ad. We're gonna take our break. And then we'll come back. And then do the last hour. Whoops, we started a little late. We'll be back.
Wow.
While you look all that over.
I don't know why in my head I always thought the pyre was east of here. It is south of here.
Yes, sir.
Have we ever been or talked about the undertone? I don't think we have.
The undertone?
Is that what that is? Undertone.
Yeah, undertone.
Undertone.
That's the-
Okay. Yeah.
That's the dwarven thing.
Yes.
You've been there for about 30 seconds to pick up
yep,
Vaughn.
Yep. We
And
were
then
there
you
for
all
Vaughn.
left.
Ew, gross.
So.
Dwarves?
Alright,
They
folks.
sing and do stuff and everything.
You need to go visit the bathroom.
Yeah. Running the ad. We'll be back, everybody. Don't go nowhere. Go ahead and drop the visor on that. Because there's so much that I gotta do, and it's just better if they can't see it. We'll be back, everybody. Let me go ahead and mute this. Now the people can see us.
All right.
So, you find yourself still halfway up the stairs to Tamlin's house. You had a weird vision. You noticed something weird with him. Josh? Korvac.
Yep.
Josh.
You had an insight during the break. If you'd like to roll for it, we can discuss that.
Sure. Can I roll insight on something you post? But can I make a where was the island? No, that wasn't that.
What do you, I mean, if you want to do a history check to recount your details, I'm
Yes.
completely fine with that.
I'd like to recount what happened to the Titan back when he ate the squid thing.
Okay.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Way to not give him any insight, by the way. I mean, inspiration.
So,
He has inspiration now.
Oh, I mean, okay.
no, it's too late, baby.
What'd you get?
13.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow it. If you want to go ahead and roll your inspiration. Just because, you know, this isn't like a spur of the moment. This is you just sitting here and like,
Right.
you know.
So that rolled up to a 25.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Did you roll a 12?
I rolled a 12.
Man. He was all natural color. Earth. The color of earth. Sure, there was a gradient to it, and it changed. But stone here, dirt here, earth here. His eyes were a dark brown. If you would call it that at all. But not the brown that you'd think. More like earth. When he grabbed it, there was definitely a surge of energy. You saw him get, I don't know, eviscerated, torn apart, form removed, reset, I don't know. You can't perceive that because what happened, the end result is still unknown to you.
Right.
But there was a dark blackish blue for the splittest of a second.
Mac, I'm going to go with my gut instinct on this and say that I think I might have seen the Titan.
What? Care to elaborate?
Well, I've told you the figure I saw was I didn't tell you it was the size of this mountain almost, or bigger. It's hard to discern in that moment. Tentacles that unraveled, dark black blue eyes. He reached out to me, but the only thing I can think of that we know that would be that size would be the Titan. If not, we already know Cthulhu is much bigger. The only other thing I can think of is I look towards the south, and there is Altone and the Pyre. That's our south that we can think of, but those are my only theories. But I'm pretty certain it's the Titan.
Roll a medicine check for me.
Medicine? I have one. 8.
There's something there. You think for a second. It's like, the one thing I missed. You know? Like you ever had that? Like, I almost had it.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is. I just know I was close to the solution.
It's like the reverse of deja vu.
Yeah.
It's like I've had that a lot. So
But
it's
you know,
awful.
whenever you've done a riddle,
Mhm.
like those matrix logic puzzles,
You're
where you're like, this is this and that and this. Well, hold on, extend your. Oh, I gotta go further. I almost had it, but now I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. I think there might be something still missing. I don't know.
I will advise you that you're still standing 3/4 up the ways the stairs on a very cold, brisk mountainside.
I love it.
My nips! Max is like, my neck!
Shall we get up to presumably the warm top of the tower?
The what?
The warm top
Oh,
of the tower.
okay. Okay, I thought you said warped. I was just like, wharf.
Alright.
Warped.
Hey, I mean, maybe it's some sort of ward. We could always ask Tamlin.
Yeah. Mr. Yeah, it was just a wart, buddy. Don't worry about it. Oh, did you guys walk on the 78th stair? Ooh, buddy, that's the one with the Eldritch Horror mass illusion on it. It's actually not big. It's just really close and small.
You're supposed to reverse back jump all the way up the tower.
Well, that's the speedrun strat. Because I don't know if anybody knows this, but there's no acceleration cap if you go in reverse in my universe.
Gotcha.
So
So no friction.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you go in reverse, you will increase until it's multiple times the speed of light.
Nice.
And that's how you take out Vincent.
That's how that one Tabaxi vanished.
Which Tabaxi?
The one who ran at the speed of light.
Oh yeah, that one. Yep, the blue one.
The blue one. Yes, because we all know that's a natural color. But yes. Knock knock, Tamlin. I saw horrors.
Hello.
He kind of opens it once again. You know, it's not sexual. I love that I'm starting with this.
Right.
But he's wearing kind of like where he used to be covered, he's wearing almost like kind of like a deep V, sort of looser fitting loungewear. Because once again, you've hit him in the morning, which means he's about to go to bed.
Ah, yes.
Because he once again worked through the night.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's bad.
Yeah.
But he's got his cage out. He's half ice dragon, half fire dragon. The brain cell metal cage wrapped around his head. So, oh sorry, he's not British. Well, welcome, gentlemen. What's the pleasure? It's usually a celebration. The fact that both of you aren't dead, and I can imagine you did good yesterday. But you saw horror. Was that?
Oh, I guess there's a lot. Yes, that's in the last 24 hours. Walking up, the most recent thing, walking up your stairs, I saw a tentacle thing.
He puts his head out. He puts his head out the door.
It was clearly some sort of vision, I would imagine.
Was it a projection, an illusion,
I am not.
a vision,
I'm not.
foresight?
I'm not good with the magics. I don't know the difference.
Did the blood chrysalis do this?
No. He
Okay.
saw it though.
Okay,
Does that help?
that does help.
Okay.
Because he probably would be able to see through most bullshit. That's not good. Come inside.
Okay. We step inside, I guess.
Well, he always invites you in. Come on.
No,
It's
no.
cold out.
Yep.
It's a little low light in this room. It's playing like soft Motown.
Sorry, go ahead. Can you guys
Yes.
take the lead?
Sure.
Apparently, I never changed it from last night's. I better meet a Wookiee in this video game. So that's been the headline for this D&D game so far.
Well, I can make those arrangements for you. I can almost be a Wookiee.
Oh god. That was my,
Every time-
That your yawn.
Every time Gia hears you do your Wookiee, it's just like, that's pathetic.
You know what really makes me sad?
Hmm.
If you think about it, the Wookiees got fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Like, fucked hard.
Always. Every fucking episode, always fucked.
Like, because, like, they're talking about that in fucking episode, like, fucking 2. Like, what about the droid attack on the Wookiees? When it was the Separatists,
Mhm.
they were like, we gotta kill these fucking Wookiees.
Mhm.
And then, fucking, for some reason, well, not for some reason, when fucking Order 66 went down, because most of the Jedis were like this with the fucking Wookiees, the Wookiees just sided with the Jedi.
Yeah.
So the Wookiees, and for some reason they were still getting terminated too.
Yeah.
Like they were like, oh yeah, fuck it, Wookiees, who gives a shit? And then when the Empire came in, the freedom fighters that were still like, hey, we're what's left. Were like, hey, yeah, you're going to work camps, dude, to despoil your sacred land so that we can use sap to make fuel for the Death Star.
God, Wookiees are like the Kurds of the Star Wars universe.
Which, you know what, really, how many, you know, Wookiees did you see in episode 1, 2, and 3? A pretty decent amount, right?
Uh-huh.
How many were in 4, 5, and 6? One.
There's only one Jar Jar Binks.
No.
No, that's not true. There's multiple Jar Jar Binks.
The Binkses, as they're well known for.
Is that the name of the
we're
alien?
the Binkses. Misa the Binkses. Weesa the Binkses. Fuck you, Josh. You made that happen.
Alright, everyone, this is gonna become a Star Wars hate cast.
I love Star Wars too much to hate it.
Yeah.
So he passes out. He goes to his liquor cabinet, as he does. He's got red wine to make things easy for me. And you all... Anything from the bar. I know it's morning for you, but
I have to commit
you
to
presumably had a busy day.
I have to perform diplomacy today, so just like a cup of tea, maybe, please.
Sure. He pours tea. Well, he doesn't pour the tea. He has a small satchel that he puts in one of those dangly chains, and he puts it, and he pours the water right in. But then he prestidigitates with his fire hand, and he hands it to you. And it's already pre-warmed, but it's like warmed just the right amount. He's like, just give that a few minutes.
I don't mean to be posing, but you happen to have any black coffee? Just straight up, just the beans, you know?
The hardest substance in the universe.
I know what you want. And he takes an espresso cup, and he turns what looks to be the font to a scientific beaker that has like one of those drips, and just like the tiniest small drip, and it just looks obsidian black going straight into that. And he hands it to you. No magic required. It's already warmed, just the right. Like you got to drink it now. But when your lips hit that, go ahead and make a.
Cormac, are you going to die?
I don't know what I want to make this. Make it a... What would the roll be for something like, oh, how close is this to what I'm looking for?
Constitution?
A part of me wants to make it Constitution, but a part of me wants to just make it a flat roll almost.
A flat roll.
No, hold on, but there's still stuff to
kind
it.
of between wisdom and Constitution.
Yeah, exactly.
Perception check.
I mean, perception, the perception of taste.
Perception check. Yeah.
I get it,
Or
yeah.
maybe even insight.
No, perception. I like that. Thomas, you got it right. The lesser known perception, the perception of taste.
Shit. 12.
I'm gonna lower. It's a lower DC because this is very good. It's still not good enough.
Damn.
It's close. It's so good. This is so good. You can tell Tamlin likes his coffee and puts time into this. But it's not the time you're looking for. It's not the concentration of the beans. It's those beans. It's that decanting method. It's that pure essence of those beans that you're chasing.
So is it like Dragon Fairy coffee?
This is good, but
Wait a minute.
it's not that coffee.
There's no way that would ever compare. I don't even bother chasing it. It's not worth it.
Do you know how to make it?
No, I just said.
Well,
I didn't even bother pursuing it.
I mean, you can know what the instructions are and not know how to build the house.
I thought I've done pretty damn good. I'm sorry. You found one of the last remaining vials in a Black Dragon's hoard, and then the other one was in an elite businessman in Privence. This is rare shit, man.
Yeah,
Like, this is not something...
We're not going to find very often.
Yeah, and once again, like, what did I... It's dragon fairy coffee.
I'm talking to a dragonborn.
You are so racist? Because dragon's in the name, you just think that I'm a dragon fairy? He's not gay.
That's it.
He's a dragonborn.
Twitch partnership over.
Dragonborn.
I can't tell if this makes things worse or better. 'Cause it was good. I liked it.
There will always be an itch. For anything. You ever had the best soda, the best alcohol, best wine, best tea? There's nothing like that one. And you're always going to chase that dragon.
Yeah. So back to the business, though.
Yeah, but first, let's apologize for that fairy comment we made earlier.
Oh, yes, Matt.
Matt, go ahead. Even though I said it. Apologize for me? Just kidding.
In
clearly are
the
joking.
lieu of my future political career, I just would like to say,
Due to
Kavefe.
Thomas Howard, 2048. I don't even know if that's the right year. Would it be? I don't know. Yeah? It's every 4, right?
Yeah.
We can never be president just because of this. Somebody will find something.
Donald Trump literally said he just can grab women free of cost at will. And he was fine.
Well, for 4 years.
It's still president, my dude.
True.
He still gets to be on that weird ticker tape thing above the alphabet in an elementary school classroom.
Oh, God, you're right.
My mom, if Trump ends up
Grover
winning,
Cleveland or Donald Trump? Who's your favorite president?
if Donald Trump wins in 2024, my mom's immigration papers will be signed by him for citizenship. I'm like, that's just a perfect example of what the United States is.
Normally, I charge for my signature, but your mother gets a pass because she's an immigrant. I love immigrants. Did you see that one time I ate a taco bowl? It was a good Cinco de Mayo. Remember that time an eagle almost killed me on live TV?
Those were the good days.
So,
Yes. The fact.
look, we're juggling a lot of things here.
Yes.
You want to talk about the coffee or the monster you just saw?
Oh, I thought we were done with the coffee.
My dad's alive. I just
Hold
thought-
on. What? You didn't lead with that. Why?
Yeah.
Why wasn't that the thing you led with exactly?
Well, he had a nightmare on your stairs. We probably needed to. I wanted to make sure he was all right first.
He kind of gets a smirk to him, and well, first and foremost, those are your stairs.
He's got a point.
I just live on the land.
He's got a point.
That
And
was
second-
a nightmare on my stairs.
I think what's important is not the stairs, but why did it only happen to him?
Yep. That part just not clicking to me. Not sure why Mac didn't see it.
Only lawful good characters can see it.
He's passing through alignments. Oh, I see him!
I mean, with my special eyes, I didn't see anything.
Your
Oh.
special eyes?
That's right.
With
It wasn't an
Bellboy.
Oh, see invisibility?
Yeah.
So it wasn't an invisible creature.
No, it was not an invisible creature.
It wasn't a base illusion.
No, sir.
But it also affected my chrysalis, which means I physically.
Well, remember,
see
the
it.
chrysalis can see whatever you see.
Mentally or just physically.
It sees through your eyes if it wants to,
Yeah.
but also mentally.
Okay.
Both. You share everything. That's kind of the deal.
I hate to be like, because I don't know how magic that well in D&D, but like, seeing with my eyes versus seeing with my mind, I feel like there's a difference.
There is a difference, and I understand what you mean. Like, is he seeing what comes through my eyes, or is he in my mind palace with me viewing it through my perception?
Right.
I understand. And the answer is both.
Yes.
Because not only does he share that space in your mental headset, because, you know, he's been there, that's how he talks to you.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the deal is you're also the vessel for him.
Mm-hmm.
So he can be the blood in your eyes and see through your eyes as well. So the answer is both.
Okay.
It's a good point. Like those are two complete, especially in the Magic universe. Those are two completely distinct things.
Yeah. Wow. Let's see. Where were we?
Well, I mean, a lot.
Monsters. Yeah, your dad is back.
Cut a long story short, he was sequestered in my dancing sword. It wasn't actually attuned to me. It was just that because I was the closest resonance of my father, I could use the dancing sword temporarily.
Wait, why does your dancing sword have anything to do with this?
Well, he was sequestered in it.
No, he was sequestered into a wall.
Yeah, sequester. Okay, once again, I've said this multiple times. Your sword had jack shit to do with it. Like, the sword was a memento, was one of the many leads to get you there. Because it was still attuned to him, he could show you memories. It had nothing to do with where your father was. Your father was sequestered in a pocket dimension, stationary in the gravesite where you guys fought Brando, whether you fought the Pillarman, and then Brando appeared. That's where he was. That's where he always was. That's where he was sequestered.
So effectively, this.
I mean, I know it feels like I'm being an asshole, but this is like the third time I've explained it was not in your fucking sword.
The sequester would have ended if Brando died regardless.
Yes.
So you could have died in that situation. Somebody else could have killed Brando.
You could have given up your sword, and everything would have been fine.
Yeah.
But the sword was one of those many things to be like, what is this? To get you to ask questions, to get you to be like, I think this is my dad. And then the reason why those memories are accessible was because he wasn't dead, and the sword was acting as a go-between between the person who was attuned to and you, the person it was jury-rigged to be attuned to. It's a medium, a branch, if you will. But yeah, he was never inside of it. It was never part of it. It was not an anchor in any way. You could have dispelled it, melted it down, thrown it away. Your father would have been sad, but your father would have been fine. It was just, your dad's lucky sword. He just throws it away. Oh, I have so much better items.
It's going to make me mad when, oh no, I'm the same age as him now. I was going to say, when he passes away, that's going to be given to me. It's like, thanks.
Thanks, Paul. Here you go, son. Your father gave it to me on his deathbed. Sorry, that took a lot out of me.
They're just like right next to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Tink.
It's like a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory grandfather bed scenario.
Yes.
By the way, how smelly would that blanket be?
Oh god, it would have been awful.
Those people never bathe. Don't change their pajamas, and they all fart together underneath that bed. You know they do. They're eating cabbage stew every day.
Yeah.
He was perfectly capable of working.
That being said. Yeah.
Oh, Charlie, you got a golden ticket? By God, my legs work.
I mean, if I remember,
Fucking asshole.
if
I'm gonna get all the candy I've ever wanted. Fuck your mom.
Right. But what if I remember that scene? The mother was actively washing like sheets in that scene as well, right? She should have been like, "Why didn't you help me?"
Yeah,
I just love that, like, the idea of, like, why did the mom pass on that?
Yeah.
Like,
because it was the Victorian age and she would have been beaten for...
no, the others, half of them brought their moms.
Oh. Yeah. She passed on it, didn't she?
Yeah, because he went up, he was like, Mom? And she's like, no. Because she knew he wanted to ask her grandpa. So he passed, that's the kind of vibe you get.
I guess so, yeah.
Well, was
I think she said she had to work or some shit like that, too. Another very sad reason why, like, hey, Grandpa Joe,
Also,
you fucking bitch.
not to mention that, Grandpa Joe no longer has an excuse anymore. Also, you should be happier now, so, get to work.
Yeah. Well, they do own a candy factory, so...
Yes.
I love how they're like, we're gonna be billionaires. Not really.
No.
You're gonna make about $150,000 a year. Sorry.
Did you see Willy Wonka at the end of that? He was not a happy man.
There was a reason, and he was also not in retiring age.
Yeah.
Like he was in, young 40 at that time. Like,
Exactly.
I gotta get the fuck out of here. Oh my god, he was massively in debt. What have I signed on to? I got away with it. Ah! I killed 5 children and I got away with it. And alleviated my debt.
And committed slavery.
They wanted it. They asked for it. The Oompa Loompas were cool with it.
Because what didn't he say that where he found them, everything could eat them?
The candy wars were fought over state rights.
In the book, they were African pygmies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Moving right along, that segues perfectly into Tamlin Halifax.
Nice.
Yes.
So your father is back. You're seeing nightmares. Or at least that vampire's dead. So that's one less thing I gotta worry about. So that, thank you for that.
Yeah. Definitely dead.
Malin's still a problem?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
In fact, no. Clayton.
There's more. We don't have to list them all.
It's okay.
We know.
Mordecai. The entirety of Frostalama at the moment.
God, why haven't you fixed that yet?
You wanted to say hi?
Fair enough. Are those are those sandwiches for me?
Yes.
He goes to town on them, as you would. Thanks for this. It's been another all-nighter. It always usually is. But luckily, that's when most attacks are, so gotta be vigilant.
Makes sense.
Plus, it's when I get my best work done.
Let's see what else.
It's what else we gotta go? Is what I think he's kind of getting at. He's got a good rest.
No.
No.
I mean, you can stay and talk if you want to.
Do you have see invisibility?
I do.
Do you mind turning it on?
What the fuck is that thing?
Yeah. Didn't exist yesterday.
That didn't answer my question.
Well, I mean, I'm still trying to come up with the answers. So, I was...
If I were to say anything, it looks like a reflection of your internalized fighting spirit.
That's an apt way to put it. I wish I could see it now.
Oh, dude, it's so cool. It looks like a deconstructed bell tower with bells scattered throughout it, but like still humanoid shaped. It's awesome.
Brando had one as well.
Looked like that?
Well, slightly different. Same general concept, but it was a golden man.
Glad it's dead, then. Yeah, it sounds terrifying.
It punched me a lot. Or so Max says.
Yeah.
Well, I presume you took damage?
From something.
Well, then I'm gonna say that he said the right thing.
Yeah.
I mean, presumably this is the only one in the universe now, in our world now.
Bing! Off his brain said, we're all special some way, alright. Especially you.
Oh yeah.
All of us, Jesus.
Bunch of freaks. But in a good way.
Oh, and Vasco's gone.
I was wondering, there was...
Yeah.
Someone was missing.
He's gonna be taking up more of his king mantle.
Understood.
So.
Doesn't change anything with me, I'll still be here.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a lord?
No, he wasn't a lord, there's no lordship to take.
Yep. He already gave that away.
Gentlemen, seems like you have a busy day ahead of you.
Sure do.
He gives a tip, the hat.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for the sandwiches, gentlemen.
What?
You're right, you haven't paid me this month. I'm just kidding, he already has been paid. That's one of those things you have a court wizard for!
Yeah.
Everything's self-managed. All you gotta do is write down the goddamn money.
Yep.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Good time, Rain. Alright, so we head down the stairs. No more visions.
So, once again, you leave brisk and cold, but sunny outside. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Except Mac. You're about a little, just past halfway down. It's a perfect day. Not a cloud in sight. Perfect weather for this place. You know, the stairs themselves are breezy. But it's that warm sunlight hitting your face, and you feel that warmth, but then there's the chill of the winds that is just perfect. Just after halfway, you hit a step, and you feel rain on the back of your hair. And you go to reach to touch it, but this all ends too quickly before you can do this. It's all reflex at this point. You realize even before you go and touch it that it's not a little bit, not a little rain just hit the back of your head. Your hair is wet, sopping wet, as is your clothes. It's almost as if you're cold and like, ooh, it's been raining the whole way and you're coming down. Fearing or thinking about the tendril creature, you look and it's not there. There's almost a sigh of relief before. Over the mountain comes. Sorry, that was rough. Two skeletal hands pulling themselves over the mountain. And a massive skull pulls itself over, and then a spinal cord and a rib cage, and you realize this is a giant shambling skeleton. And as it's pulling itself over this mountaintop behind you, the weight of its front half starts pulling the rest of it downward, and it starts sliding down the ice. It knocks Tamlin's tower to pieces and slides towards you. And as the skeleton's hands is about to touch you right before it hits you, you snap back.
Titan, was that you? Why are you haunting my castle?
Well, you're looking right at Korvac because you turned around, and it's not raining. You're not wet. It's a perfect day out.
Wait, you saw it too?
Well, sorta, kind of.
By the way, the entire skeleton had a blackish blue hue.
I saw a skeleton crawl over the mountain. And it was like blackish blue. Had a hint of it.
Almost like a magical aura.
He was also groaning. And he destroyed Tamlin's castle and mine.
But Tamlin's castle's fine. It was...
Tower.
Yeah. Tower.
Well, you
You look back and say, it's a castle now. That What? What? Wait, Vaughn's in there now. Wait. Rat? Oh, shit. Guys, we gotta go back.
You're taking this pretty well, considering what you just said.
I've touched the magic box that drives me insane. I think I'll be fine.
Also lie.
Shut up.
Classy.
That's it though? Skeleton, like, destroyed. How did he destroy it? You just smash it while reaching for you?
Big ass,
Aggressively.
skeleton. I guess so. As aggressively as a giant foreboding creature like that would be.
That's moaning loudly.
Yeah.
120-foot moaning skeleton just walking.
You alright?
Oh, God, these again. Fuck. Hey, yeah, at about 4 p.m., we're going to have moaning 120-foot skeletons in the West Coast coming in. Don't worry, they'll be out by 5:30.
You spotted Godzilla off the
Okay,
coast.
so just to confirm something, which way is the tower facing?
West. What do you, like, Josh in his mind palace has, like, so many strings attached to maps right now, like, what's it all mean?
Mac, we have to destroy Rasalama.
Did you say Mac because he wanted to say you twice, or was he referring to both Macs? Mac!
Fuck.
You're right.
You're gonna end up killing my dad, aren't you?
So, what was the scenery like?
Cold and rainy.
I forgot to mention mine was also cold and rainy.
So you know he's not just making it up.
Are you sure you're not fucking with me?
I would never do that, Cormac.
Shut the fuck up.
You would never do that.
Calm emotions.
Calm. Here's a sword.
Oh, I got a notification.
You want me to make you a magical sword?
Flood advisory, guys.
We are at like the highest ground in the area.
Flood advisory.
Alright. Still going with the Titan theory?
I mean, that's our best bet. Unless this is like Basco shit.
Yeah, well, how would we contact him?
Where is Bosco? I said he would be with you guys.
You think?
I think this is one of those. Oh, so Tamlin's not there. What the fuck am I doing?
He's
Sorry,
walked
you-
behind us.
I'm sorry. Was I not coming along? I thought I was welcome in the castle finally. Go back in your fucking tower, Tamlin.
Get back, sorcerer.
No, a little sorcerer.
Mac,
No,
do you
it's
think a like a divination witness could probably track this thing down, or should we just kind of see what other evidence pops up?
I think. Let's see if it follows us.
So you're gonna go to Rasalama then?
Yep. That would be interesting.
What if we were to invite them to our castle?
That seems like a lot of work for them.
You know what, Cormac? Let's get going to Rasalama.
You're right. Let's
Take the boat, right? So I can sleep for 8 hours?
Yep. Sounds good.
So, you get aboard the flying fish. Oh, Marnie's playing with your, yeah. You get aboard the flying fish, your flying ship. It takes roughly about 8 hours. But since you're giving up the whole thing for a rest, why don't you go ahead and give me a perception check? Give me 2 perception checks.
1.
You can have advantage with both of them.
Oh shit! Thank God. Because that was a 2.
Also, he's... Oh,
Nat 20 on the first one.
Nat 20 on the first one? Are you serious?
Yep.
Oh, the first one was very high.
And the second one was a
This one's very low, so...
24.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm sorry.
We are being hunted.
Yeah.
There's a brief period when you go just before entering the desert, just after that phase between rough mountainous area into the desert, just after Privence. If we're going, let me resort that now. So roughly around here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You're going from plains to desert. You see a rather large, rather luxurious, fancy. The glint of gold can be spotted from far away, but it is the tiniest thing. It's almost that glint that gets your eyes on it. It looks to be some sort of traveling party, leaving Privence, well, having come from Privence, going somewhere into the mountains just off the deserts. They seem very well laden, so this would have to be one of the richest folks in Privence on this trip.
Mm.
There seems to be heavy guard, a lot of, well, wagons, things, you know, like when a wealthy person travels, they travel heavy.
Yeah.
But that's all you see.
And they're going into a mountain.
They're headed towards a mountainous area, just off the desert. So they're passing through the desert a little bit.
Are there any points of interest that I can remember?
There's nothing you can think of out there for any reason for someone in Privence to be headed that way.
Well, I guess I'll make a mental note as to where I spotted them and they're heading.
Show himself.
Yeah, that's some shit you write down, my dude.
Yeah.
Teleport to them. Hey, where you going?
No, I mean, Corvax has a mental note. No. He doesn't write
He could teleport pretty damn near there with his blood chrysalis ability, but it's getting back to the ship. That's the back, wake up, wake up, wake up. I jumped off the ship instinctively. Why is it always Mac's voice? Jesus. Hey, Marge.
Everyone is Mac.
Everybody's Mac. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll tell you what the second perception check.
Be good to call them a caravan of sorts.
Yeah, you could call it a caravan. A Dodge Caravan.
Canyon Narrow.
It's 2 lanes wide and 20 yards long, Canyon Narrow. Gonna run a 30-second ad. Don't go nowhere. Canyon Narrow. Let me know when you're good, buddy. Thoughts?
Concerns.
What?
Concerns.
Everything's fine. Everything is fine. There is nothing to be concerned about.
The mountains they're heading to is more like south and west.
Are you making like a cardinal rose, my dude?
I'm always trying to find out where things are.
So it's not well reflected on this map.
Yeah.
But roughly in this region, there's a little bit of a mountainous region. This is roughly where, remember Max, Viserion? The Privence guy?
Yeah.
Maximilian?
Yeah.
Where he met Naslin. Not Naslin. The Falconer.
Ah, yeah. Yep. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
What's his name?
God damn it.
Where's my clue session?
He wasn't in the Clue. Oh, well, they did talk about him. Yeah, you're right.
Keep writing so we don't play anymore.
Wasn't it like Rohan or something?
No.
Okay. Time to look for him.
Where was this? God damn it. Why wouldn't he be with the Privence? Shit.
Oh no, this was back when it was on my random ass piece of paper before I had a notebook. Which I think must have dropped in my car.
The fact is, it was like, I have it so many, like... I literally have Falconer written down, but his name's not fucking... Oh, so many names. So many names.
It wasn't Condor.
No.
No, because he was part of the whole shit thing.
God, there are so many things adjacent to it that I keep finding, and I'm just like, yes, 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 yes. And it's just like, no, 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 no. Where is the fucking... I have a full fucking history written out of the fucking Falconers. And I keep finding, like, asterisks to Falconers, like, see Falconers. I'm like, I have! Where is it?
I've also mentioned him as the Falconer in my notes. I'm like, why have I done this?
It's such a bad move.
Alright, I think we should just move forward at this point.
Yeah. I'm gonna check one more thing.
Thayel Kier is the High Seer. Why have I all these names but not his?
Alright. Whatever. But yes. Near where he met the Falconer when he was a
Rachdell.
baby. Rachdell! Yes!
I was like, who's Rachdell was raised by Maximilian and founded a desert.
Yes! God, I remember. Thank you, Rachdell. Because there was that there was that session where Rachdell said, I could probably be it. And every one of you laughed at him because he was just like the Falcon guy. I'm like, no, I'm his adopted son. And everyone's like, oh, fuck.
Okay, so where Rachdell was found.
Near there, but not in a way that you would be like, they're going to that. Because if they were, they basically, there's no like fine location. They said it was out in the desert. Like, you can tell that's not where they're going, but that's in the radius of where they were. So you kind of get to the point where like, if this is a regular trip, that's probably how they found him on this trip. Let me know when you're ready for... Now that we have that detail for you to write down, let me know when you're ready to move on again.
Okay, I'm good.
So your second perception check, 24, I believe,
Yes.
despite not needing a lot.
Is it bad that every time I think about us flying over a desert, all I can think of is that scene where Toph is just like, I'm blind. I can't see anything.
There it is! Is what one of you will say when you see it. You're leaning over the rail, which is warm. Not anymore. As the rain pours off you, the side of the boat, down. You can't see the ground anymore. You can barely see out in the distance. Just a fraction of a second, but the moment you're here and you notice what's going on, you just start hearing it. As it fumbles forward towards you, echoing with so much pace and bravado, as you look out into the rain, just a wet mash of meat, formless, well, not formless, roughly in the shape of a humanoid, but more like just thrown together, flopping about wet, with no true structure or skeleton holding it up. And the hands, the wet spaghetti meat arm hands, grab the edge just ever so briefly of the ship, and blood rains down on top of the rain, like a second like that, when you get hit by a wall of water and then another one hits you in rain. But the second one is blood, and you look down and start, so you can see it washing off your hands. And you look, and it's, no nose, no anything, it's just eyes. Those dark black and blue eyes staring right at you. And then you're back in the desert.
Before I can ask it anything. Where are you? Who's your boss?
Who is your boss? Please!
Is Corvac gonna be okay?
Something is in pain. Probably the Titan. He's not really taking this change too well, probably.
He just wants to be a rock and roller.
You're asleep.
Can I speak with my bread chrysalis
You can at any time.
and ask him? Is this another plane? Is there any discernible way you could see us
We
fighting?
are is reality. And none of these other men are affected by it. I can feel their reality was unchanged. As if for a second we were in a different, but we didn't go anywhere. I don't know what this is, and I'm very alarmed. This is like nothing I've ever seen before.
As terrifying as it is, it honestly seems like it's reaching for help. What do you think?
It could be viewed as that, or it could be viewed as attacking us, but yes, I tend to lean to your judgment on these matters. I agree with you. You finish your long rest. Your Ras Salam is on the horizon. It's just about sundown right now. Anybody want to use a sin to let the king know you're coming?
Good point. Thank you, God Almighty.
Do you want to do the sending?
Yep, since King Boy's not here anymore.
I'm gonna just say, hold on. Let's retcon that. Pat walks up to one of you. Hey, I don't do this all the time, but these guys are probably pretty peeved at you, right?
Yeah,
You might want to maybe let them know you're coming.
fair point.
Hoist the mainsail! That's the only thing I know. I know that, and that's it. So they start doing sailor stuff.
Yeah. I send to the High Seer. That's the second in command, right?
Huh?
That's the second in command, right?
No, that's the dude.
That's the dude. The High Seer is the dude.
The dude.
So
Ty Alkir.
I sent to him and said,
I made a cheat sheet of really important people.
this would be like the afternoon now?
We're coming up on sunset, so we're starting to get those lovely purples and oranges that you see in the desert at this time of night. It's beautiful.
Oh my god, I'm gonna make
Ras
this
Alama's on the horizon. You're coming up.
Yeah.
Now's the time.
Good evening, High Seer.
Good evening, hi, Seer.
This is Korvac. We are coming to discuss the events that took place last night.
Yep, 5 left.
I love you.
No, no, I'll leave it at that. Leave it at that. I don't have a closing in mind right now.
Maybe a time when you're expected to get there?
Oh. Well, we will be
there.
We'll be there
in 30 minutes.
in 30 minutes.
Yeah, because it's just like, we are coming to discuss yesterday's events. Yeah, we do. We see you on the horizon, dude. Like, we got that. Call before, dude. Call before. That would explain what my men are reporting is on the horizon. See you soon.
Mac,
Yes.
why were you so mad at this?
Everybody's bad at this part of D&D. Everybody is.
I mean, I don't know about you, Korvac, but I'm not much of a diplomat.
Yep. Neither was anybody in our group ever.
Do we have any empty chests?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a ship, isn't it?
Can I have some brought up enough to hold 25,000 gold's worth, please?
Yeah, I can give you one chest.
Thank you.
He goes out and grabs the chest and sends some. Well, he sends some rapscallions and they bring a chest. What?
Rapscallions!
What are you gonna do with the chest?
Well, I'm gonna use Wish to create gold.
25,000 GP worth of gold in the chest for you.
One goblin worth.
You can keep the chest too for when you pawn the goblet.
Yeah, I figured it wouldn't be a good idea to just wish gold into existence because they would be like, yes, whatever, you can have a half of my day's worth of effort.
I just love the idea, like the pirate energy. Like, ah, yes, we killed many of your people, but we brought much gold.
Yeah, don't open with that, Mac. Just don't open with that.
Well, you're gonna carry it in, aren't you?
I mean, we're gonna carry it in. Yes.
Why the fuck would either of you? You're the main characters. You have employees. Like this sounds like employee work.
Oh, you're right.
Or I just.
Or we could hear me out. We can leave it on the ship until we tell them about it. How's that?
That's what they do in the movies. Bring out the gold. You know, they don't come out with it. It's not like.
Here you go, restitution.
Let's lead into this. No, it's always like, I have a present for you. And then it's brought out.
Right.
Yeah.
Servants.
Just like the place.
The what?
The plays. The plays. The theater. We don't see movies.
Okay, whatever. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I got it. I thought you were saying rich people do that with plays, and I'm like, what? Now I understand what you're saying. Ty is there to meet you, as is Isla.
Oh.
Once again, in his open vest, no shirt, spear on his back, a few daggers laden around him. Ty, adorned with the finest jewels, silk clothing, gold weaves, and of course, many guards, many leaders. Well, I would be lying if it wasn't good to see you. But at the same time, we have much to discuss.
Yeah.
Like last time. And Isla kind of interrupts. No. My turn. Yes, Marnie. Why didn't you tell us?
That's the hard question to answer. We were so drunk on chasing.
Agreed.
Right.
If you had warned me, I could have saved maybe half those people that died before you got there. I was here. I could have interjected. That is my job. All I needed was warning. I could have aided you in combat.
Was there even time to warn? We were kind of dropped into the situation as it happened.
We were dropped in by the curator.
Our insight wasn't very good on that. We had.
It was a boom, but there was time for a send.
Could we have sent from his chamber?
It was probably naivety, but we.
You were given the long rest before you were given the news about where you were going.
Okay.
You guys were at 100%, and then you were dropped at Crench's castle, where you were talked to with Crench, and then you were teleported
Okay.
to Rosalama.
That's right. I'm remembering the events wrong then.
Now, a lot happened in a little bit. It's understandable.
It was naive of us to assume that Brando wouldn't just immediately attack us when we walked into Rosalama. We assumed that he was hiding down in the sewers or in the dark parts of the city, so we figured we had a little bit of time to come into the city and see what was happening.
So you figured you had time?
Yeah.
Then why didn't you take the time to message me? If you thought you had time, why wasn't messaging us the first thing you did?
And that was a failure on our part. That was our failing point. I do apologize about that.
I can't be too mad. Like Ty has said, you did ultimately stop a great evil. But any loss of life under my watch I take personally. Can you give insight on him in the goddamn dice can?
$18.
11.
You can use advantage because it's a spell-based thing.
That's a smell-based thing for insight. Interesting. Well, that's a lot better. 26.
You can smell booze on him. He's not happy. He was already in a rough spot last time you spoke. And the fact that he could have done more and couldn't, and his own people died. And you can sense, both of you with those rolls, that there's more stressors on him than just what's in front of you right now. There's something else lingering in his mind on top of this. But time?
Time was also of the essence in that fight, quite literally. The reason why he was able to do as much damage as he did is was Brando had the ability to manipulate time. That's why he was able to kill all those people in pretty much half a minute. That's what made fighting him such a difficult, chaotic event.
I understand. Please, let's not get too bogged down in details, but remember, if I were chasing down a foe from my city and he was on your castle, you would most certainly have problems if I showed up in the middle of your castle to deal with it. And on top of that, why would you ever turn down the option for more allies? Remember that next time. We have a lot to do to clean up the city from when you last left. And we have a lot of lives to put back together.
Is there something we can do to help?
I don't know. There's lots to do.
We can offer at this time some restitution. I can offer 25,000 gold from my personal coffers to assist with rebuilding as a token of apology.
I know it doesn't really cover anything, but
Like I said, Breast, that can never be held against you. You did a good thing. And I don't want you to come out of this thinking that you are awful or that we despise you for this. Only that all of us, ourselves included, could have done better.
Agreed.
But yes, we would like that 25,000.
My rapscallions will bring it to your coffers.
My back! My back!
Mac, are you sure this?
Give me my 2 oldest pirates to carry the gold.
Are you sure this is employee work?
Old Blue and Scrappy Joe, please.
Sorry that Basco couldn't be here, by the way. He's gotten entangled in some
Who?
matters.
I'm just kidding.
He's been entangled in some matters in Therowen.
Understood. It's at this point where you're about to walk into the city and continue your conversation. But when you turn into the city, standing in front of you is Martiketh.
Oh.
Greetings. If you are witnessing this simulacrum of Martiketh, you were deemed worthy enough to get this message. As the world leaders have proven that they're not capable of handling things and maintaining order, i.e. deaths in the streets of Rasalama, multiple changes of leadership, outlandish attacks, and, well, after being asked to limit ourselves for some time so that other adventuring parties and others have things to do and they can feel self-important, as you can see, things are now out of hand, and that was the wrong move. The Paragons are taking control where they can, holding their own agency, and will be taking regency. Isilith kind of turns to Ty, and then you, then kind of steps to the side.
Are you aware of this?
I believe he was. Isilith, what does that mean for you?
The simulacrum, after giving this pre-recorded message, kind of, funny that you two would be here to get that message as well.
We had a feeling you'd be moving like this.
Of course you did. Isilith, why are these people on your property? Isilith doesn't really say anything.
Or we came to speak with Highlander. High Seer. Highlander.
Oh, there can be only one!
We've come to speak with the High Seer of Rasalama about the events that occurred in the city yesterday.
And, of course, Isilith. It is his streets, after all.
Well, good. But those issues are being handled, and by people whom you have no jurisdiction over. Thank you.
What did Martiketh mean by taking regency?
You are speaking to Martiketh.
I'm speaking to a simulacrum.
Of Martiketh.
You're still a third person entity. I'm not going to argue it.
No, I was made from him this morning. Full spell slots. Everything. I am Martiketh. Today. Right now. And I am assigned to assist Isilith in maintaining regency over this city.
And what does that mean, Isilith?
It's what it sounds like. The whole city.
Yes. Ty, you can't do this. We are doing this. How long have you asked Isilith to keep this city safe? Well, now he's doing that in his perfect form.
Oh god, this is fast.
And I don't believe you have the authority to just command that when the leader of the city is right here.
And he gestures to Isilith.
Well,
Are you okay with this?
He doesn't say anything. He's kind of staring off into the third distance, kind of lost in the sauce.
inside, is he charmed? 26.
Jesus, dude. I love how we could be going into combat, and this is the third bardic inspiration he's burned.
17.
26?
Yeah.
Between the booze, the thing that is happening that he already didn't want to have to pick sides on, and issues that he's already on both sides of. He doesn't know what to do, and he's too drunk to be handling this situation right now and to be given this decision.
Nah.
So he's just, if I just don't do anything,
You should
probably leave me alone.
I think I should probably grade or restore him at this point to get rid of the inebriation.
I mean, that's on Mac's call. That's him.
You're
saying-
on the opposite side of him now. It's you two, Islith and Tyalkir, and then you're all, it's like a three-way kind of split. And then this Marduketh simulacrum.
Can I offer you some relief, Isilith?
Don't touch him.
I asked Isilith if I could help him, thank you.
Islith is catatonic. Ty, you have to do something. Please. They won't do anything. They'll get back on their boat and leave.
Your authority to stay here is what? I've got the leader of the city. Ty, do you want Marduketh to leave? This is your city.
He kind of looks towards Ty. Go ahead. Make me leave. And all the guards that are around you kind of... That's Marduketh. Give me insight rolls.
Natural 1.
14.
18.
Any man that knows they raise their arms against him knows they're going to die. Everybody heard what happened in that village. Those 200 villagers being wiped away, erased, burned, gone. To handle a small insurrection of just one magic user who could take over minds.
I need to float my construct behind me. Does Marduketh's eyes follow it?
You're
Well-
not going to pull a fast one.
Are you sure about that? I take out the Mercury, and it's a doll of Marduketh.
Cute.
Well, the
Get
way-
back on your boat. And go.
No. I would like Marduketh to come here and talk to us about this.
You are speaking to Marduketh.
I'm
The fact that you cannot wrap your mind around that shows why you don't deserve to be here.
I'm talking to a Marduketh that existed when you created this morning. I'd like to speak to the actual Marduketh, not just a representation of him.
This is as close to Marduketh as you deserve to get.
Oh, when I was using Wish, Marduketh sure was interested in getting near me. Is he too much of a coward to come out now?
You're more than welcome to ask him yourself. You know where he's located. That's right. You have teleport, you have a ship, you know right where he is. I have the sense that you probably even have the means to get inside with how confident and arrogant you're talking about it. But you know what you don't have, Mac? The goddamn balls to do anything about it.
Oh!
So a Corvax. now, Corvax.
We're going to the spire!
Ooh, I'm gonna kill you! And then I'm gonna go over there!
Careful, Korvac, he's trying to incite us. I just don't think it's fair that a simulacrum is delivering this news. I believe the High Seer would like to have a conversation with Mardikev about this.
Ty's like, you speak for me a lot here on this, don't you? For someone who you say should speak for voices. Listen. I'm right here, goddammit, this is my city. Gods! Mordecai, you can all leave. And they all turn and leave. Ty, are you really the High Seer? Kind of just looks down and kind of looks defeated already.
Listen, Mac. There's way too many people here to be starting anything.
The room? Well, you're not in a room.
The last time we fought in the street, a lot of people died.
You're not on a street, you're on a dock.
Doc. Okay.
You're on a dry dock in the air on a wall in the city. The guards were just passed away. You have a ship full of your men. With cannons. Yeah, there you go. There's that light in your eye. You got him. Isilith is catatonic. And what, one Mardikev?
Not even Mardikev, a simulacrum of Mardikev.
You don't realize what that means, do you?
Well, I know it's a representation, but he can't heal himself.
Wizards don't heal themselves. When does a wizard ever heal himself?
Sometimes.
He's allowed to attune to stuff. He's a level 20 wizard with some fucking other things. Yeah, that's right. The Paragons have, what are they called?
Better feats. I know it's...
Boons, thank you.
Yes.
Do you think he only has one 9th level spell slot?
That's not what we're thinking. I'm thinking that is a trustworthy dude. He's just catatonic right now. What's wrong with him taking the city? It'd probably be a pretty peaceful transfer. It's Mordecai's
Roll insight.
rolling over him. That's the problem.
Not you, Mac. Korvac. You're not the one that had the thought that needs rolling insight on.
25?
If Mardikev believed Isilith had enough to handle this on his own, why is there a simulacrum here that just said he's going to assist in holding regency of the area?
Ah.
You get the sense that this Mardikev clone simulacrum is also here to help keep the peace, as Mardikev sees it.
It's a big fucking gamble, Mac. See, on one hand, if we leave, we'll have the opportunity to make our move versus having to deal with a reaction. If we stay and fight, we could very well fucking die, but if we win, we have a stronghold, sort of.
I mean, are you thinking that not all of the other Mardikev simulacrums would just strike?
They probably have the ability to just kind of show up, don't they?
Yeah, I think we're in a lose-lose scenario at the moment.
Remember, it takes a lot to cast them, to make them. They're expensive. You've had Wish for too long. You think everything's free and cheap. This takes 8 hours and several thousand gold each time he makes one.
Yeah, but knowing Mardikev, he's probably been doing this since we mentioned Wish, if not beforehand, and just waited for an opportunity like this. This is not a reaction.
I know, but at the same time, you guys think you're the only ones that are going to rebel? It's not just you versus... There's a lot of insurrections. There's a lot of simulacrums. Maybe 1 or 2 might shine up. But it's not... I'm not going to throw an infinite supply of Mardikets at you. Jesus, I'm not that much of a
Vasco
monster.
immediately gives over the kingdom.
Well, this is clearly the direction that the narration's going. Let's let him have it. You're welcome. You control the narration. You guys do. I don't do anything. I give you guys choices. Your choices make the narration happen.
Alright, If we did one of those things where we look at each other, what you saw in my eye is let's go for it. What do I see?
I think we're being antagonized.
So you're saying
I think
It's like a good cop, bad cop. And be like, come on, buddy, we got the odds. I'm like, no, we don't. And like one person's just got to make the move.
we're being provoked, is what my thoughts are on this.
You got the... Hey, roll history. Once again,
Cocked.
roll it in the goddamn dice cam. You get to re-roll that.
22.
When the fuck haven't you talked to Mardakath where he hasn't tried to instigate something?
Yeah.
That's Mardakath's personality. He thinks he's better than everybody, and if you got a problem with it, he'll wants to fight about it.
Yeah.
That's who he is. That's what he's always going to be. Every iteration and interaction with him is this.
What if we ask to fight, like, he goes back, but we ask to fight him in a month when we know we'll be strong enough to fight him?
That's
And that gives us a month to run away.
That's-
Only if you let me put this poison ring inside your throat. And I'm going to put this lip ring in. Oh, this is so bad.
Vecna shows up, you also have to put the lip ring in. You're not involved!
I know, but I'm also not going to live with the deal and show up 6 days early.
What would Ricardron do?
Some cool ass shit that you ain't doing, that's for sure.
Alright, I'm gonna start counting feet. How far away?
How far away is Mardakath?
Yeah.
8 feet.
He's right there. Right fucking there.
He eyeballs you. Eyeballing him.
Yeah.
Think about it. It could be that easy. But think about this. Reginald. Regina. Another simulacrum. Your mother's neck. Their feet. Could be happening right now in the fingers, couldn't it? While they take charge. I wonder how the transition's going in the Undertone. The armor drum's going smoothly. With the sorcerer there, Tibble, taking care of things. Granted, that was always a lawless place.
How's Therowen doing? I know you have Graf there. I presume he's not doing it on his own will. As with all things with you, you can't actually incite actual inspiration in people, so you have to force it out of them.
You've seen the other side of that wall. It's time. Even if force is what's required.
So why aren't we having this as like a meeting? You didn't come the last time.
This was a meeting.
No, this is you instigating force over the leaders without giving them a choice.
They had their choice. How many years have they had? Where we've been the outsiders doing exactly what they've told us to do. No, no more. Now the heroes take their turn. We did our jobs. We did our protecting. We stood by when asked. We saved them when they demanded it. But now that we have exactly what we need to make sure we can maintain order. And bring people to what needs to be brought. Now you don't want our help. No. We'll drag you all kicking and screaming if we have to. Isn't that right, Isilith? Once again says nothing.
What happened in like the last couple months, Mardakath? You made some choices a couple months ago that's starting to baffle me a little bit.
Well,
oh, that's right. You don't remember it, do you? Because you modified your own memory.
Roll insight before you say anything.
Natural 20.
This is going to give a lot. You already know time runs differently inside his tower. But you don't know how differently. You're getting the sense looking at him that those 2 months to you could be closer to a lifetime for him. Maybe not a lifetime. Maybe a year. Maybe 2. He's doing something inside his tower. He's working hard. He has been. Which kind of understands why all of these interruptions every time someone asks him, hey, this happens. Hey, we need the Paragons to handle this. Hey, why those interruptions are aggravating him so much more. But it hasn't been 2 months for him. Which is why he's scratching his head a little bit. But then it reflects. I'm not a normal person. I have to think about other people's perspectives. And then he gets it. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm not going to be lied to. I can tell there's something to what you're saying. But I don't care. I'm right where I am, and I've made my own decision.
So you're asking us to leave the city?
Yeah, for the third goddamn time.
What if we don't?
You'll leave the city, one way or the other.
There's so many pluses to every single choice we have here.
That's my problem. I'm not doing it because I don't know what to do. I'm like looking at all of the threads and I'm like, I don't know what to pull on.
Because he was going to do it, but then he just realized, like, oh, wait, yeah, he's right. For every fight that's happening right now, there's the... What's Reginald and Regina doing? What's Tipple doing? What's Graf doing? What's Arm... Like...
But the problem is if we can win this and Itzless, it would be...
A big boon, wouldn't it?
The other Paragons could see Isilith. It's such a morale boost across the country if we can.
And Korvac makes some fucking decisions
think-
because Mardukat's getting angry. Someone
think-
better do something quick.
Alright!
I think you're on to something.
Because the other option is we just show up at his
Hold
fire.
Your two choices are this.
Yeah.
Turn tail and walk away.
Yeah.
Or do something about it. I know what Korvac wants to do. I've known what Korvac wants to do. But Korvac keeps worrying about group iteration and not expressing Korvac's self.
Well.
Mac needs a decision. Mac needs guidance!
Okay.
As much as he bashes Fasco, he needs to know what he needs to be the antithesis of.
Alright. I'm casting guidance on Mac.
Calm emotions.
Calm emotions.
Let's see how far I can get before he stops me. I'm gonna rush him.
I'm gonna cast heal on Isilith.
Heal?
It will get rid of his
Rest.
inebriation.
Greater restoration.
I have to get up to him. Whereas this is 60 feet.
How far away is he? You could just run up and touch him.
Yeah, he's charging Isilith. He's charging Mardukat, and you're like, ooh, better not get close to Isilith.
You know what, Josh? You're right.
Hold on 1 second. I think Greater Restoration might be one of these things where... Yeah, it is touch, never mind. Also, you'd have to get rid of a 100 gold piece worth diamond dust.
Lesser restoration? Do you have lesser restoration?
You're focusing on a lot in the fact that you think if he's going to be sober, this decision's going to be easier.
You have to push him to action.
Yeah.
It's not always just one thing. We'll see. So what are you trying to do? Tell me don't just say I'm approaching him. What are you trying to do? Are you approaching me, Korvac?
Well, I imagine my glaive is on my back, so I'm gonna flip it around and go in one smooth motion. Torso. Slash his guts open, see how far I can get before I get stopped. Yeah, this isn't just an approach, this is an attack. He's gonna cast shield or something worse.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Hooray! Oh god. Wisdom saves. Wisdom saves. Indomitable. This is Mardukat.
You do get an advantage on this, by the way.
Oh, he's rolling too, you saying?
No, you have advantage on this, is what I just said.
I see. And I can only reroll one dice with Indomitable or both dice?
Just one.
Alright. So it's a 6 and a 9, and we're going for big 11. Tell me, does a 13 do it?
I'm going to cast Counter Spell as a level 7. On whatever this may be.
There is an invisible ion stone that's circling Mardakath, and it becomes visible once it's done. That dispels your counterspell. That counters your counterspell. And then it kind of starts, it appears, and it's just a blue ion stone floating around. Ah, yes. We foresaw that. Korvac, you are now charmed. As he casted Dominate Person, he has a telepathic link to you. You have to do your best to obey. And he points to Mac. Get him on the boat. It doesn't do anything that you don't allow it to do. During this time, you can also use a reaction, but this requires you to use your own reaction. Each time the target takes damage, it must make a wisdom saving throw to avoid this. So basically, yeah, he just owns your ass for the next minute.
I have no real resistance to that.
I'm going to give you a bardic inspiration.
A little late for that.
What is that going to do,
Well, he has to make another wisdom saving throw at some point, doesn't he?
When did I say he makes a wisdom saving throw?
Oh.
It's a 1 minute long thing, my dude. Unless he takes damage, he doesn't make a wisdom saving throw. But he has to take damage first. And you also don't just hand him an inspiration, you have to give him inspiration. This is, just pipe him up. Come on, man. Bard it up, dude! Cool. But it's not your fucking turn. It's his.
So,
Get him on the boat, please.
Korvac turns around and picks up Mac.
Korvac, I'm going to...
The only thing you
Not
can
be
really
picked
do
up.
is make a dexterity save against this, really.
It's at this point, when you're deciding, what am I going to do? Well, hold on. No, I want to see what you do.
I'm going to turn to Korvac and step away and avoid being picked up. Korvac, you don't have to do this. You've been charmed before. You know how to fight this.
God, what is this, a 90s movie? Come on, look into your heart, Korvac. You don't have to be charmed.
And I say this because I don't know this
There's a
stuff.
brief period where you think, oh God, what can I do against Korvac? Even if I kill Korvac, what do I do? Well, not kill Korvac, but stop this. Then I gotta fight Mardakath. Maybe Izalith. What's going on? There's just a fine, warm mist on the right side of your face, on the left side of yours, and you no longer feel charmed in any way. As you both turn and just see where Mardakath once stood is a torn apart cloak, the epicenter of what looks like a blood bomb that just went off, and his soles of his shoes. But as soon as it turns to blood, it then turns to sand and withers away, as it was a simulacrum and bows away in the Rasalama wind. And then standing about 20 feet away is a blackish blue, androgynous, rather muscular, 8-foot tall standing form, emanating black and blue, but looking like a nondescript, kind of just humanoid. Mac. Korvac. Thank you. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Fuck. Now I don't know who it is.
Oh, come on.
It's still the Titan, right? Okay.
You Dr. Manhattan's the Titan, you guys.
He's so tiny now.
Well, he's 8 foot tall.
He can decide what size he wants to be, I imagine.
Yeah.
Well, think about what his power was. He could manipulate Earth at will, and then he was given reality powers. And those kind of powers are now... Yeah, he can... You pretty much just made a backdoor god. By accident. But you did the best you could.
No mortal can help us against Yeah, that whole thing, I'm like, God, I don't know what the best decision to move in this. I don't think I have a lot of options. He's trying to instigate us, but I'm like...
Stay safe. come back.
I was really hoping that was Isolith that did that. It's like, enough.
Ooh, awesome. Sorry, awesome. We are calling it for the night, but thank you for raiding. We'll raid you over to Morphos, who is also streaming Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you, guys. No, don't worry about it. Appreciate the follow. No, not the follow, but the raid. You know, don't worry about it.
Goodbye.
We'll catch you next time. Well, it's not actually how. You gotta press this. And then you go back over to this. We appreciate that. And maybe we'll see you next week. Anything you guys want to say before we go?
I think dogs should vote.
I think dogs should vote.
Man. Shit's wild.
I will say this. Had you guys given the Eldritch Seed to, like, anyone, there's so many other things that could have happened. Like, if you had given it to the Fey entity, you would have gotten, like, Eldritch Sonic was my kind of, like, go-to for it. It was like, if they give it to the Titan, it's going to be basically Dr. Manhattan. But there was, like, a small percentage of that. Luckily, you guys were cool enough with the Curator that he was smart enough to advise you to, like, not do some of the other things. Like, if you had given it, when you were talking about the Phoenix or the Quetzalcoatl, like, it would have caused a power balance, and then, you know, that would have caused a disruption and stuff. But, you know, luckily he was cool enough to explain, yeah, don't do that stuff.
I think we have a friend, Korvac.
Who is that, Curator?
The Titan. A new friend. Someone that can fight Moniketh.
Words?
You know.
You know, the thing and the stuff.
Make
All right,
sounds
guys.
with your mouth.
We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Yeah, I had like 54 seconds. I had to like improv with you. I'm like, Korvac, you don't have to do this.
Yeah, dude. Welcome to saying goodbye on a fucking stream.
Yeah.
And we're not even actually offline right now.
Oh.
Yeah, that raided over to that. And then, because technically the stream still goes on.